Alexis, and I am so terrible with introductions. Basically, the purpose of this channel is to inspire women to prioritize self-care despite challenges. That's a good introduction. So this week's vlog is going to be a special one because I'm going to be talking more about my PCOS journey. I was diagnosed in 2018. I had terrible symptoms. The most disappointing one was struggling to conceive. By the way, I did end up having my child. So what I did definitely worked and works for me. So if you don't know what PCOS is, it's basically polycystic ovarian syndrome. And a lot of women have it, but they may not know. So definitely make sure you find out by going to the doctor. Usually when I went, they named some symptoms, and if I had 2 out of the 3 symptoms, that's how I was diagnosed. So either cysts on your ovaries, irregular periods, and excessive facial hair. So I did have 2 out of the 3 symptoms, and I was diagnosed. Of course, like many women, my doctor tried to give me birth control, but I declined. I was already into herbalism and, you know, natural products and all that type of stuff, but I got even more serious with it. So today, I'm gonna be showing y'all some of the things I prep just to have on a weekly basis so that I can make sure that I'm staying on track with eating whole foods. I wanna let y'all know that I was plant-based for many years. I was plant-based when I was first diagnosed with PCOS. And when I started back eating meat in 2023, one of my concerns was, oh my God, are my PCOS symptoms going to start back showing up? Am I going to have irregular periods? I was really, really nervous about that. And here it is, 3 years later, I still do not have PCOS symptoms. I'm going to be showing you what works for me. So if you know you're having irregular periods, cystic acne, digestive issues, you have cysts on your ovaries, all of that, this is what I do, y'all. This is what I do. And if you don't know, I do have a successful herbal business based around making blends for PCOS. That blend is called my Woman Wellness Tea. Y'all saw me making it earlier. This has been a game changer for me. And adding, you know, factoring in sleep, stress, nutrition, all of this, y'all gonna see. Let's get into cooking. I don't want to make this introduction too long. Let's get into cooking. I'll show y'all my little copper rings. I got these from I went to some event this weekend. They had like a lot of vendors, and this woman had these copper rings, and I was like, oh my God, they're so cute. Aren't they cute? Say they're cute. So that's how I like to do things. I like to cook a variety of meat, and I like to cook my vegetables fresh. So having the main part out the way, the meat, makes things so much easier. So all I have to worry about is maybe, you know, cutting up some potatoes and roasting those, a sweet potato, and just my vegetables. That's all I have to worry about, and that doesn't bother me one bit. So I'm pretty sure this week I'm going to have some type of white fish. I like to cook that fresh as well. I'm also going to be making some collard greens. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow morning or this evening, but yeah, I like having collard greens for breakfast. I like having savory, soupy stuff for breakfast, like some broths, stews, soups. I love having that for breakfast, and it's been this way for the last few years. The vegetable that I'm going to cook today will be Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna also cook these green beans just because, girl, they might already be gone bad. What today is? Cause it say the 25th on here, so we not finna risk our life for some 99-cent green beans. So this, it might be over with for this. I love green beans. I can just eat them raw, just straight out this bag, rinse them off, just eat them like that. And I can do okra like that as well. I be talking too much, and then I have to edit all this stuff out. So these are my Brussels sprouts. We have olive oil, garlic, salt, and coconut aminos. So y'all see that I use the spray olive oil. I do that because it don't have any calories or carbs. So just a FYI, I added carrots too. I love carrots. And I'm going to roast a few potatoes. I'm going to make them like potato wedges.
Oh, you got to walk through grass and dirt.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all, so these are the roasted Yukon potato wedges. I just added them in the same dish as the chicken wings. And these are the vegetables. I'm just mixing them around, and I'm about to store them in a container.
He later admitted to Rolling Stone that he had been sober for years, but the pressure and the chaos of
I got this new tripod thing, and I got y'all clipped on my cabinet. I am having me a mocktail right here. I'm about finished with it. But this is what I have: Spindrift. Spindrift, I like this brand of sparkling water because it doesn't have natural flavors, which I'm not opposed to natural flavors. Like, I will drink something with natural flavors, but if I see something that's equally as good without the natural flavors, I'm gonna choose that. So Spindrift, it actually just has the juice of the fruit, and so I'm basically just drinking it with my Woman Wellness juicy mocktail drops. So I just poured the drink in here and a few drops of the tincture. So this blend is a little different from my actual Woman Wellness tea. This one is designed to make you relax and to feel really, really good. Okay. Alexa, play Al Green, Love and Happiness, because this is what this pot of greens is making me feel. I am so excited to have this for breakfast. Let me show y'all this broth. Not broth, pot liquor. We call it pot liquor. So I don't add any vegetable stock, no chicken broth or anything like that, because if you think about it, y'all, all broth is water, sodium, different spices and herbs. So why would I add a carton or a can to that when I can just add seasonings and water to my greens? And I have some smoked turkey in here too. But I have a lot of videos talking about showing you how to make your own broth. You can even save broth from your chicken that you cook. Like if you bake chicken, you can put that in the freezer and use it for this. But I don't like to do that because it makes my greens oily. So, yeah. I cannot wait to have this in the morning. Good night, y'all. So today is going to be the day where I talk about the importance of using natural products. I'm going to try my best to make this short and just get straight to the point. But I cannot get into it without giving some background information. You know that if you go on TikTok, if you go on Instagram, you're going to run across some type of information that talks about hormones and the endocrine system. But let me tell you, when I was diagnosed in 2018, that information was not available. We really had to work with a naturopathic doctor, somebody in the holistic community. We had to actually purchase and read books and get the information straight from the source. A lot of these books were written by herbalists, naturopathic doctors, just people in that field who focus more on TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, integrated medicine, people who are more so into, you know, natural medicine. So we really had to get the information straight from the source. And a lot of information was also available on YouTube. But the videos were really long. They were like hours long. And let me tell you, I put in that work to receive this information. And, you know, I do have a background in nursing. I wasn't an actual nurse. I just went to school for nursing. I switched my major. That's another story. I kind of want to get into it a little bit though. So I was in school for nursing. I switched my major to become a dietitian. Once I got into, this was in like 2010, 2011. Once I started getting the information, taking my classes to become a dietitian, the information did not resonate with me well at all. And I found myself lost. I'm like, nursing doesn't resonate with me. Being a dietitian doesn't resonate with me. And this is how I got into entrepreneurship. I just had to throw that out there so y'all can get to know me better. But back to the natural products. Simply put, the endocrine system is basically, it's a system that communicates to our glands and that controls our mood, our hormones. And how I like to describe it is basically the endocrine system houses the hormone. We have a lot of hormones. It's not just testosterone, progesterone, estrogen. We have so many hormones and they are in groups. So we have metabolic, digestive, stress hormones, reproductive, like the list goes on. We have many, many hormones. And how our hormones respond depends on how we take care of our body. So when it comes to PCOS, when I was first diagnosed, when I tell you my doctor did not have any answers for me, and the only solution that my doctor had was birth control. Like I said, y'all, I was already into herbalism, making natural products, all of that type of stuff. But I really got deeper into it once I found out that information, especially because I was struggling to conceive. Terrence and I were trying to have a baby for years, and we just were not successful. So I wanted to find out every single thing about PCOS. And basically, y'all, PCOS is just a hormone imbalance. So I wanted to see, okay, what can I do to support my hormones? So this is when, you know, the obvious, nutrition, exercise, that's we know that. But I wanted to see what else I can do to support my hormones. So this is when I found out a lot of natural hygiene and household cleaning products contains endocrine disruptors and carcinogens, but I'm not going to get into the carcinogens right now. So it contains endocrine disruptors. And I put two and two together. I'm like, listen, if I'm trying to balance my hormones and I'm using all of these Fabuloso, Mr. Clean, Pine Sol, Gain, I'm putting all this on my body. Like once I wash my clothes, I'm putting the clothes on. It got the Gain, and my sheets got the Downy, April Fresh. I got the plug-ins and the wallflowers from Bath and Body Works, and I'm inhaling all of this stuff. Yeah, I got somebody coming to get some greens. She just called me. When I tell you I am that person, I'm that person. A few vlogs back, I told y'all this is why I got the meal prep containers. Let me take her food. I'll be right back. Back to it. If we are inhaling all of these chemicals and stuff like that, if we are putting it on our skin, putting it in our hair, you know, those chemicals are going to accumulate, and it's going to send our liver into, you know, working twice as hard. And the liver and our hormones are all connected, and it's just best to limit the amount of products you use that has a lot of chemicals. I'm talking about the food that you cook in, and also how you store your food. We can't be putting our food in plastic containers and warming it up in the microwave, because the microplastics from the containers, once we warm it up in the microwave, it's gonna make its way to our food, and then we're eating it. And yeah, listen, don't get overwhelmed. Just start where you are. Don't get overwhelmed. Feel compelled to not go any further into using natural products, because I do not want anyone to get overwhelmed, because when we are receiving new information, it can feel like a lot, and you can just feel defeated. I don't want anyone to feel that way. Listen, I am not perfect. I cook with the air fryer. It's supposed to have safer chemicals. I don't use my air fryer a lot, but I do cook with an air fryer. But I also have ceramic cookware. I have a cast iron. I have stainless steel. You see me looking over there because I'm looking at all my appliances. I cook with wooden utensils. So it's not about being perfect. I didn't get my nails done for a long time. I get my nails done, but I'm mindful about what I put on my skin. So I use like coconut oil, body butter. Speaking of body butter, that's what I'll be making in this video. I've gotten into wearing 100% organic cotton clothing. My top and my bottom is cotton, but this kimono is not. You see what I'm saying? Balance. I'm mindful, but I'm not restricting myself. I'm not chasing perfection. I'm just being mindful. When you try to be so perfect, and trust me, I've been there, you would drive yourself crazy. And honestly, you're not going to have longevity with this lifestyle. If you are trying to do everything perfect, you will burn yourself out real fast. So if I were you, the first thing I would start with, y'all gonna be mad at me, is my laundry detergent and lotion that I'm putting on my skin. The reason I say that is because the skin is our largest organ. If you are washing your clothes with the beads, the fabric softener, the fabric sheets, the washing powder, you're putting those clothes on your skin. We have, you know, and so what's going to happen is those chemicals are going to make its way to the bloodstream. It's going to cause the overload. You get what I'm saying? So I would start with it. I do have videos showing you how to make your own washing powder, your own air freshener. Girl, I got a whole book showing you how to make your own natural products. Okay, y'all. So it's been a while since I've made body butter, because I have been supporting other businesses that specialize in making body butter. But for a long time, I offered it in my business, Sincerely Nature. But I stopped for a minute, and like I said, I had just been purchasing from other companies. This right here is unrefined shea butter, and this is a pound. Okay, and then I'm gonna add in 2 cups of melted coconut oil. And I do this because that hot coconut oil is going to help it blend better. I usually don't use this brand of shea butter, but the one that I usually buy, I don't know if they sell it anymore. So this is my first time using better shea butter. So I do want to remind y'all that this is not about being perfect, okay? I have a perfume that I wear. I spray it directly on my clothes. That perfume is Baccarat. But when it comes to putting stuff straight on my skin, this is what I use. And start breaking this up some. And yeah, this is just strictly for me and my family. Oh, y'all remember my vlog last week? This is the watch. Okay, so I have my coconut oil melted. I'm gonna pour this over in here. And yeah, this right here has been the secret sauce for my body butter. This right here, I'm gonna use approximately 1 cup. And I'm gonna use about 1/4 cup of almond oil. I don't know what scent I wanna go with, but I typically use essential oils. Share a message that I just read. Take your time with every page, inquiry and practice. Trust your internal rhythm of knowing what to do and what you may not be ready for yet. Receive what you can and leave what feels like too much for later. Let these pages serve as a mirror, a medicine chest, and a divine map guiding you on a sacred journey. I am so honored to walk with you with clarity and courage, with sacred commitment and love. And this is from Iyanla's book, Spiritual Hygiene. This message is perfect because I definitely want y'all to take what resonated and what you're ready for now and start applying it to your PCOS journey. It's so easy to get overwhelmed, and I just want to let y'all know, all you have to do is start where you are. Take a mental note of all the information I gave, because when you're ready to apply it, you'll have it. You'll know exactly what to do. So this was just perfect for what I was trying to say earlier. What's up, y'all? It is 4 o'clock in the evening and I am headed to kickboxing. So the reason I didn't go this morning is because, girl, I was tired, and I'm gonna honor my body, okay? This is another tip when it comes to like PCOS, hormone imbalance and all that type of stuff, stress. Honor your body. Sometimes it's okay to push through. You really have to go within and see when it's time to push through and when it's not. It wasn't time for me to push through this morning, but I did do the scenic walk instead. But I knew I did not have enough energy to do kickboxing. Kickboxing is a lot of work. Instead of me not doing any kickboxing today, I was like, I'm going to postpone it in the evening time when I have more energy. So y'all know I was craving greens. I woke up tired, and something told me, I was like, let me look at my period calendar. I'm in my late luteal phase. So that's when your progesterone, that's when your estrogen drop, and you feel a little tired. I was like, I'm just so in tune with my body. And so I kind of reminded myself, I'm like, what are you supposed to do during this phase, the luteal phase? They was like, eat some greens, something warm, something soupy, something brothy. They was like, under this time, like by resting and not doing anything too hard. I just love the fact that I'm in tune with my body, because I knew not to push through. I just simply did not have the energy. And girl, I am telling you, be in sync with your body. Be in tune with your body. Listen to yourself. Slow down, and just really allow your body to speak to you. Girlfriend, you should have seen me after, honey. You should have seen me after I was working, okay? Something about a playlist that just make you go, okay? Girl, he was playing all that Party X music. You know, have you seen Party X before? Girl, he was playing all that music, girl. I feel like I was riding Party X. We up in there jumping. We up in there just going crazy, honey, because the music was so good, girl. It was so much fun. All we needed was the glow sticks. Now, usually they had a little disco ball and stuff going with all the lights flashing and stuff. They ain't have it this time, but it was still cool. Just look, as a matter of fact, club night is at 6:30. So I went to the 5:15 class. So they about to do club night now. But girl, it's like I was already in the club, girl. It felt like we was in the club, honey. It was so much fun, girl. You would, if somebody passed by saw us, they would have been like, girl, what them folks in took? Cause girl, we was turned up. We was shaking and gyrating and rolling our ass to the back, honey, while punching the bag. It was a lot of fun. It was turned up. That was so much fun. The playlist was fire. I feel like we was on a rooftop club somewhere in LA, girl. I feel like we was in Paris. I feel like we was in Santorini, honey. Then we went to Jamaica. Girl, we was all over the world with that music. He was playing a Amapiano. Is that how you say it? The South African music, girl. They was playing that. He was playing techno, house music. I was just in my element. It was so much fun. I low-key want to do the 6:30 class. I'm not gonna overdo it because I've done it before and I got injured. So I'm not gonna do it. I will see y'all in the morning. Tomorrow is my rest day, and it is the ultimate day of self-care. you know what? I have 2 children and only one is able to call me mama. And the way my mind and my personality works, I automatically started thinking of the good things. I was like, well, he has 2 parents who is patient with him, who's very loving and affectionate. And I was like, TJ is just a super happy child. He's happy, and for the most part, he's healthy. So that's just a part of my personality. Instead of me looking at the cup half empty, I look at it half full. So I hope that message really blesses someone. We're all going through things. We all have struggles. We all have hardships. But inside of you is resilience. Resilience live inside of you. You have a purpose. No matter what you're going through, you have a calling for your life and you're blessed. You just have to sometimes look at the things that's going right. Don't focus on everything that's going wrong. Just be present, be in a moment. Close your eyes, open them up, and just think about how many things you do have. With that being said, this is another part of PCOS. You know, they say that we are more prone to struggle with anxiety and depression. And so these are some of the techniques, some of the habits that I use as a daily part of my life to keep my mood uplifted. Y'all, I want to tell y'all, that spray y'all saw me spraying, I haven't sprayed it in a while. And I sprayed it and I just, it's such a beautiful, feminine, uplifting, happy, calming scent. To be honest, y'all, I don't think my cortisol levels will be coming down no time soon. That is the only thing that I really struggle with is my cortisol levels. I can do all of these stress reducing techniques. Spend time in nature, give massages, rest, do things to make me happy, go out, travel. I can do all these things to make me happy, but my reality is I have a child who's 6 years old who still needs a lot of attention, who needs a lot of assistance when it comes to tasks like feeding, hygiene, oral care, just all of that, y'all. So my stress load is still very high, but I am not going to let that break me. Anyway, girl, it's 12:30. I'm getting hungry, so I'm about to make my snack plate.